I go for either the black or the tortoise. But sometimes if you're on vacation, you like pick up a white pair and you think it's like très chic, but then you never wear it again. Hi GQ, it's Maria Sharapova, and these are my 10 essentials. So one of my essentials is hydration, particularly this beautiful Evian bottle. It's a collaboration with Belmont. I drink a lot of water, and by playing tennis for so many years, it like taught me all these fantastic routines about staying healthy, about hydrating, and hydration was just such a huge part of getting ready for matches and recovery. And I always knew, like, during my matches when I had like the bottle that Evian designed, part of my armor, part of the uniform that I brought on court, and it made me feel like no matter where I was in the world, that this was just part of my team. Okay, so another essential I have is something I like to do over the weekend, and this is a face tool, and I have many different face tools, but this is one of my favorites because it has all these different attachments. It's supposed to like sculpt your face, but since I have beautiful makeup on, I'm supposed to already look sculpted. But this is like naturally supposed to sculpt my face. And then this one is red light. It's supposed to get rid of all wrinkles right under your eye, right in the lip area. At the same time, it does a massage. I don't know if you see this. Okay, I'm gonna take all my makeup off. Okay, my favorite time to do this is anytime I have the chance, which is usually when the baby is asleep. All right, this is a heavier essential because they're wrist weights. I travel with these all the time because you never know if you're going to be in a hotel with a gym or not. So these are 1 pound each, and I haven't worked out with these in a while, but what I do is I take my stroller, I put these on as like little jewelry bits. I'm just walking with my baby and hoping that my arm gets nice and toned. So these are great like for little like a lot of little hand curls, little leg lifts, you know, like a Jane Fonda, like do, 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 do. That was the circus, by the way. These eye masks, which just save the day anytime you haven't slept much, which is so often when you're traveling, when you're on the plane, although you might look a little odd. They work miracles. They look like you're refreshed and beautiful and glowing. I don't know if I could do a little test trial. Here goes me looking a little weird. Sorry, makeup artist. Sorry. Okay. Did I do that okay? I think ladies can relate because I think the more awkward we look in our beauty routines, the better it works. There's also a full face and neck and décolleté version of it in this gray color too, which, you know, could look a little spooky, but who's watching? Okay, so the next essential is baby sunscreen. I feel like this whole series is about my baby, but everything in my life now is relevant to having a child. I have this in my bag all the time because we love going on walks and we love doing things as a family, and this is what I use now, and I also apply it on my own self because who has time to use a different sunblock for an adult and a baby? SPF was such a huge part of my youth because I trained like in the Florida sun, and my mom was always so adamant about like reapplying SPF, and this one smells very natural. I prefer like beauty items that don't have much of a smell because we use so much in our lives and we're always stimulated by lights and smells, and I actually prefer like beauty products to feel pure and natural and not with a strong scent. So my next essential are travel items because I absolutely love traveling, and these two items are like beautifully packaged and they're small, and this is a hand cream and this is a deodorant, and the smell is Havana, which I've never been to Cuba, but if it's anything like the smell, I'm going tomorrow. No, I feel like any brand that's not creating travel size items is, I don't know, missing the boat. I don't want to admit how many natural deodorants I have gone through, but several, and this is definitely one of my favorites. It goes on completely clear. I don't know if you can see that. It smells like you're traveling through the jungles of Havana and you're on the beach drinking a pina colada. Must have, the sunglasses. These I got in Italy and, well, just cheated. It says handmade in Italy, duh. And they even have my name on it. I got engraved just in case I lose them. We all lose them. Sunglasses are just like a staple. And you know when you first get a pair of sunglasses and they come with this like little bag and a box, and how long does that last? Like an hour? I think it's more about the shape than the brand in sunglasses. Like, I think the bigger, the better. What do you think? This is really serious, intimate stuff. I love stationery, and every time I travel, I always pick up stationery at a local shop and postcards and all that thing. You know, it makes us feel like we're personal and we're sending each other notes, which we rarely do unless it's on text. So this is one that I recently was gifted, and it has my name on it, so it feels very official. I feel like it fits with my aesthetic. Our families, they love sharing like thank you notes and birthday cards, and there's always like a deep meaning behind them that, you know, when their message is genuine, when there's thought to it, or there's humor in it, or perhaps there's a memory that comes to mind. I think that always adds an element of, okay, they didn't just, you know, buy a card and put it in the mail. There's definitely a process, which I think makes it a greater experience to receive it and to open it and to read it and keep it. Next essential, and this is like an essential, because this is a pen. I think it's very important that you have a pen that almost like makes your handwriting better, like it enhances it and makes it pretty. And this was a pen that Annie Leibovitz signs her autographs with. So I was on set with her and she pulled this out, and I asked her, like, is this a specific pen? And she said, yes, it's the only one I write and sign autographs with. It's the Papermate Flare Medium. I went on Amazon and I bought like 100 of these and they are now my favorite pens too. Ta-da! So my next essential is probably something I would have never thought about 4 years ago before the pandemic, but now I don't leave home without a hand sanitizer. This one is called Magic Molecule, and it is a skin cleanser. But what I love about it is it comes on as a spray and it's completely clear and it has no scent and it's not sticky, which I feel like for hand sanitizers is unique. That's all I have to say about this one. All right, GQ, that's a wrap. These are my essentials.